In this video, I will discuss the strategies that you're going to use to write your definition essay. So I'll define each strategy and then provide an example of how to use it. I have taken notes today, so I'll be looking down and referring to those as we go. A definition essay is very much what it sounds like. It's an essay where you select a term or a concept and you define that term or concept. The idea is that you analyze the term further than just the dictionary definition. That means that it needs to be something that's complex and it needs to lend itself to analysis. So for our purposes, I have provided terms for you to select from. You can find those terms in the definition essay guidelines and in the open forum on the course Moodle page. For the purpose of this video, however, I'm going to focus on the word educate as an example. When writing a definition essay, you first need the literal definition of the term. This is known as the denotation. The denotation of the word educate comes from the Lexico Dictionary, and it is to give intellectual, moral, and social instruction to someone, especially a child, typically at school or a university. This term is a verb, meaning it performs an action. To educate someone is to provide instruction. Next, let's think about the connotation of this term. Connotation refers to the feeling that the term evokes. Words can have a positive, neutral, or negative connotation. Some words have a negative connotation and are often considered curse words or forbidden words because of their connotation. Sometimes the words have the same meaning, but their connotations may vary. So let's look at a couple of examples. For someone to be interested invokes a positive connotation. It's usually seen as a positive thing for someone to be interested in a topic or in a person. While being nosy, on the other hand, refers to the same behavior but has a negative connotation. Another example is to say that someone is high maintenance implies a negative connotation, while to say that someone has high standards invokes a positive connotation. So the term educate can be seen through different lenses and varies in connotation. Some may think of education as a negative thing, while others may think of it as an opportunity. That's the kind of information that I would put into my essay. The next strategy is synonyms, which are words that mean the same thing as the original term. Synonyms for educate are teach, instruct, and enlighten. The term one uses depends on the situation. As we discussed earlier, some synonyms may have the same denotation but different connotations. So depending on the circumstance, depends on what word one would use in a sentence or in life. An analogy draws a comparison between two seemingly unlike things. In a definition essay, analogies are used to help the reader better understand the term. So I might say something like, education is a ticket on the train to a student's future. In that analogy, I'm comparing education to a ticket. I'm saying that education transports a student to their future, just like a train transports its passenger to his or her destination. Another analogy would be education is to opportunity as a door is to a house. So in that example, I'm comparing educate to a door and opportunity to a house. I'm saying that education opens up multiple opportunities, just like a door opens up the home and lets the person into the home. Finally, an illustration is used to give examples that help the audience understand the concept or the term. An example of education is this video. A teacher providing instruction for her students on analysis strategies for writing an essay. Another example of to educate would be a parent teaching their child to speak or walk. In these two examples, I've explained that education happens inside and outside of the classroom. You'll remember from the denotation that it made a specific comment about education typically happening in a school or a university. Well, in my paper, I could make the argument that education can happen anywhere. I hope you found this video helpful. In the video next week, I will discuss how you can turn these strategies into a 5-paragraph essay. So I hope you're having a good day, and I look forward to seeing you then.